Former Republican Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy told NBC's Meet the Press this past weekend, when asked, why haven't you endorsed Donald Trump? Why haven't you endorsed anybody in the 2024 Republican presidential primary? And Kevin McCarthy very quickly and very bluntly essentially said, I've been too busy, doing things to endorse anybody. Here's what McCarthy said. Well, the campaign is still going. There's a very good chance I would endorse President Trump because I've got a southern border wide open. I have war in the Middle East. I've got things I'm focused on right now. I believe President Trump will be our nominee, and I believe President Trump will get reelected. I'm still a member of Congress, and I'm going to lead in any capacity to protect America. Look, hey, I would love, to endorse the guy. But who has time? I mean, look at the border, because I'm not at the border doing anything about it. I'm not even working on legislation to do anything about it, but just thinking about the border, it occupies so much of my time. Oh, the war in the Middle East. Again, I'm not doing a thing about it, but, thinking about it is occupying so much of my time that I don't have 20 seconds to send out a tweet that says, I'm endorsing President Trump for re-election. Because that's all you have to do, right? An endorsement is not necessarily an official event. Okay, you don't have to call the caterers and book the banquet hall. You don't have to do things like that. You literally get on social media and say, I am putting my support behind Donald J. Trump for President of the United States in 2024. If you did speech to text, it would literally take you less than 5 seconds to do that. So don't act like you're too busy when you're literally sitting down with Meet the Press, which is a voluntary interview thing that you agreed to do. So you got time for that, but you don't have time to endorse Donald Trump, you coward? Because that's exactly what this is. Kevin McCarthy's not too busy. I mean, he just lost his job as speaker, so actually his workload has decreased. It's decreased by a lot. So you've got plenty of time to endorse anyone you want. You just don't want to. Because like a coward, what you have done is you have sat on the sidelines, like most other Republicans in Washington, D.C., waiting to see if any other Republican candidate can somehow overtake Donald Trump. And then, of course, once that happens and you get a new frontrunner, that's when you all were going to come out and endorse that person over Donald Trump because you didn't want to piss off Donald Trump when you thought he still had a chance, but if somebody else had a chance, you'd endorse them, because then pissing off Donald Trump wouldn't matter. But since that didn't happen and you're still kind of waiting for it, that's why you're sitting there doing nothing, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the challenging schedule that you have set for yourself. Did I get that right, Kevin? Or am I missing a few pieces? Because I'm pretty sure I just hit the nail on the head. You're a coward. You don't know what to do. You don't want it to be Trump. But in the end, even most of those never Trump Republicans, they will all fall in line and they will all support his reelection. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.